All right, folks. I know y'all, 90% of y'all know how to plant a food plot probably better than I do. But if this will help y'all out, I'm proud. Yeah. Pour out like the disc and everything else. Tractor, everything's wore out. But what we're doing is planting a food plot with a wore out bag spreader. That fertilizer, this fertilizer right here is rough on it. It's got that ammonium nitrate in it, and it's like a magnet for moisture. So it being super moist down here, you get 1 year out of one of them, and it's shot. You see what it does to them? It eats them up. Well, I put $619 worth of WD-40 on it and some burnt motor oil. So we're about to see if we can get one more food plot out of this bag spreader, because I get tired of buying them. I buy one every year. All right, we got it disced in. It's super dry right now. We're hoping for rain this week. Oh, we're putting out. We got two different here. We got one that's got 10-way. It's got everything. That don't have a tag on it. I think that's the 8-way. And then we got a 10-way right there that's got everything from clover to turnips and rape, and it's just got all kind of stuff in it. But the base of it's going to probably be weed or something like that, some kind of grass. You have to be super careful when putting out any kind of clover or brassica or anything like that, because this ammonia in this right here will burn it up. Because a lot of those produce their own nitrogen, and you're just adding to it, so it will burn them up. You got to be careful with it. I'm going with 17 because I don't like doing it but once or twice a year. I'll come back in December, right before our rut in January, and I'll put probably 200 or 300 pounds of ammonium nitrate to the acre, and then that'll just make it come on out, make it grow. Let's see this right here. This is just going to be the 8-way. So winter peas, yeah, it's got all kind of stuff. Yeah, it's even got the Australian winter peas. I think that's going to be some kind of rye. I don't know, but it's got wheat, all kind of turnips. It's got everything in it. I pull the sticker off of it sometimes. It's got everything you need, or that deer needs anyway. Let's put the fertilizer out first, since we're not going to get any rain. I'm going to put the fertilizer out. I'm going to plow it under. I'm going to come back with the seed, broadcast the seed over the top, and I'm going to drag it or lightly disc it, because this stuff is only supposed to be planted like 1/8 of an inch deep. So you really don't want to hub that disc up in there too deep. So you can take one of these pine trees or something like that and just drag it. But I do want to get the ammonia, this fertilizer, in the ground, because 24 hours and it's sitting on top of the ground and it'll just evaporate. So you lose all your ammonia out of it. You'll still have your potash, I guess, and phosphate, but you'll lose the other. So we put the fertilizer first. Fertilizer first. Yeah. And then that way I can plow it under. And then that way I know it won't be on top of the ground.
Right.
Because I don't know when we're going to get a rain. And this ground's dry enough that those seeds will not germinate until we get enough rain to moisten this up. Let you do see. $18 a bag. So I like to go ahead and pour half of it out right here where I get started. But this is the plan. This is actually closer to the shooting house, so this grass here will be this tall, because I've got $14 worth of 17 right here.
Some technical difficulties.
Yeah, I made it about 10 yards, and this rusted out thing busted. So
Improvising at its finest.
okay, this is the way we're gonna do this now. Okay, that ain't gonna get in the way at all. No problems at all. You gotta be a farmer, a house builder, a mechanic, a welder, and have plenty of WD-40 and duct tape.
I'm gonna go grab you a bag.
Ain't that thing pretty?
Worked perfect.
Heck yeah. A little bit of burn oil and $92 worth of WD Fix It. And hey,
And a
we're good to go.
screwdriver.
Oh yeah, and if you get this fertilizer in the back of your truck, wash it out good, because it will
Rust.
Let me tell you, it will rust one out. Yeah, just like that salt up north, it'll rust one out in a hurry. Okay, we got the fertilizer out. We're gonna lightly disc this in, and we're gonna come back and put the seed on it, and then we're gonna drag. If you got a culture pack or something like that, it's awesome. I'm fresh out of one, so we're doing it with a tree. We're gonna cut down one of these pine trees or something, take the top, and just drag it out.
Okay, let's get it.
I think. Here we have a brand new Kubota tractor right here. It's brand spanking new. I've had to weld the front end up on it. You can see right there on top of those Pitman arms. That's probably not the right way to fix one. Now my steering's so tight. Still got some ball joints that need fixing, but alternator don't work. But she's still running. Every year I think, well, I won't make it through another season with it, but she keeps on rolling. Keeps on rolling. Okay, it's not gonna roll this time. So let's get off and see what's going on with it. Oh yeah, that'll do it every time. Just rattle loose. I think this one's been up north too. The whole front end's about to fall out from under it. Alright, so it would be 10 times better if this ground was wet. It would plow better, we wouldn't have to worry about the ammonia being evaporated. So if you can plant one with the ground wet and a rain on the way, then you wouldn't have to do all this plowing this fertilizer under. You could just leave it on top of the ground. Matter of fact, you could leave a lot of this, especially in this sandy kind of soil like we've got right here. You can just broadcast it on top of the ground and it'll grow. But with it dry like it is, and we ain't had no rain in probably a month and a half, it's super dry, so that's why I just went ahead and buried these seeds, and that way we ain't got to worry about it, being evaporated. You don't have to do it, especially if you got a rain coming. We got like a 30% chance today, but that's too much to chance this stuff being right at, what, $18 a sack for fertilizer. It's just too much. So put it under the ground, that way it won't evaporate. Simple. When you can put something else. Now we're gonna get out here and scatter these bad boys around. You wanna, I think it's like maybe 50 pounds of this stuff per acre. I don't know exactly. You can put it as thick as you want to. A lot of times this is what I'll do. if the rain doesn't cooperate like it normally doesn't around here this time of the year, then I'll put some in the ground, and then I'll come back when it starts raining. Say the turkeys get out here and they scratch it all up and they mess it up. Just broadcast this stuff right over the top. The fertilizer's still there. You know, just broadcast it right over the top, and the next rain it'll germinate and start growing. If it starts raining, yeah. But that's what I have to do here a lot of times. I mean, we got, you know, birds or whatever eating out, scratching it all up, messing it up. Or it germinates, say it gets a little bit of a rain, it germinates, comes up, and this hot weather down here, if we don't just consecutively get rain, it'll dry up and die. So you come back and broadcast it right over the top. And then that way you'll have a place to hunt. Yeah, maybe this thing, hold up. All right, we're spinning. We are spinning. Let me tell you, it was an act of Congress just to get this thing to spin this way. Sort of like the discs on the back there, they weren't spinning either. I had to get them beat loose. All right. These footies is thick, so thin as you want it. I like it thick. Yeah, I know we're gonna have to. She held together, barely. Now, when we do another video of this stuff growing, if you see some big, thick green patches in there, it's because Paige spilt the stuff everywhere. It wasn't me. I didn't have nothing to do with it. It wasn't
Blame the Canadian.
Yeah, it wasn't because the gate was stuck wide open on this bad boy right here. Everything that was spring-loaded on this thing and automatically closed when you let off the trigger is no longer working. No longer in operational order. So, but
There might be some thick spots.
yeah. Okay, look, prime example. This stuff was dry in the bag, and the humidity, just the humidity in the air, it's turning it just to liquid. You see it? Okay, so as soon as the sun comes out and hits this, it's going to evaporate it, go right up in the, so you're losing it. You're going to lose all of that. That ammonium nitrate is just like a magnet. It's like pouring salt on the ground, and with the humidity, you see it right there. That's how humid it is down here. Look at that stuff just dripping off of there. See it just collecting the moisture out of the air. So that's why we buried it. And that's why it will rust your truck out. So wash your truck out really good if it spills. All right then, let's see if we can't find us a tree to cut down and drag too much. You don't want to bury them 6 inches deep because they will not come up. Then you're so lucky. This mess right here he's got South Alabama covered completely up.
Well, if you're running out of coffee, you can use this to make coffee. Just saying.
Or you can go buy some coffee. Yeah. My granddaddy would just do this. He would just drag it by hand. Don't do that. He would.
That's what I thought you were gonna do. But you do have a tractor, so
Yeah.
that works.
Yeah, I'm not gonna drag it. I'm not that. I don't want a food plot that bad. But my granddaddy.
But you could drag it by hand.
You could, yeah.
If you needed
you could
to.
rake it. I mean, if you wanted to make like a small bow plot or something in the woods, all you gotta do is rake the leaves away and. Hey, appreciate y'all.